You can't fight what's coming. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
You are not a hero. You're nothing.
I've been compromised.
This guy looks like he's not human.
He's human.
Well, then you can kill him. It's time you joined me.
Arrow, the unforgettable mid-season finale, Wednesday at 8/7 Central.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Fluxmania. I'm sorry for the little break I had to take, but it was holiday, so I had a lot of stuff to do, like party and sleep even more. So I didn't have the time to make any episodes, but now it's over and now I have to get back to work, back to school, and back to everything. So I'm sorry for the late review, but today we're going to talk about the mid-season finale of Arrow. There's a lot to talk about, so we're just going to get into it, and I hope that you enjoyed the episode also. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of stuff that happened, so let's just start, shall we? Well, first off, I want to say that the storytelling in Arrow has really improved. If you look at season 1 and the course of season 2, I mean, season 1 was great and all, but in the course of season 2, you really see a shift, a dynamic change in the storytelling, and the storytelling just became so much more awesome. And you really see that they're trying to surpass the previous season, and they really did, because look at all the stuff that happened in this mid-season finale. It was just amazing. And because of these improvements that Arrow made in the writing and in the episodes and in the character development, I really think that they're going to find the right fit for all of the characters in the cast right now, because there are still some characters that their main purpose in the show really shifted during the previous season. But I'm sure that they will find a great solution for all those problems. Well, let's just get into it. I think the CW used Arrow as a launchpad for one of DC's more recognizable heroes, which is Barry Allen's The Flash. That's not the only thing that happened in this episode. There's a lot of stuff that happened in Three Ghosts. And I don't think that the CW used this introduction of The Flash as a promotion boost for the CW. I really think that they did it in the main interest of the show, and the world of fans are just waiting to see a launch of this new superhero. So I really like the introduction of the Flash, and I hope that they're going to do a lot with him in the storyline, because we don't know, because the show's on hiatus. It starts again on the 15th of January, and I'm really excited to see where it's going to go from now on. And if you look at last year's mid-season finale of Arrow, we can really compare it to actually not that much, but you can compare it to last year's mid-season finale, because in last year's mid-season finale, Oliver encountered the Dark Archer, which later turned out to be Malcolm Merlyn, and there really was this encounter, and the same happened in this season's mid-season finale. Wow, that's a long word. Anyway, and I really like that they did that, because you can really see how they have improved from last year to this year. And this year's mid-season finale really turned out to be great. And if you compare last year's mid-season finale of Arrow to this year, you can really see that there's a lot in common. And I really like that about this show. Anyway, in this year's mid-season finale, there was also a really cool encounter with Oliver's past in the island. If you look at Oliver's past in the island, you see that he's encountered a couple of characters, and if you follow the show, you know what I mean. His long-lost blood brother, who's trying to create an army of super kick-ass, mega amazing, supercharged Terminator soldiers who are going to destroy the world. Sort of. Anyway, it's Slade Wilson, guys. Slade Wilson, who's trying to create an army of super soldiers. And we don't know what he's going to do. I just think he just wants to kill Oliver, but that's just because because of what we saw in the flashbacks to the island, that Dr. Ivo made Oliver choose between killing Sarah and killing Shadow, and Oliver chose Sarah, which I really don't think is a good choice because I like Shadow more than Sarah, but that's a different story entirely. Anyway, there was not a confrontation in this week's mid-season finale of Arrow, and that was Oliver's confrontation with Cyrus Gold, aka Solomon Grundy. It was kind of a big deal in the episode before the mid-season finale and this episode, which was the mid-season finale, because he encountered him in the first episode, and then in the mid-season finale he gave it another chance. He just went up against him again, and he thought he won, but at the end we see that he still lives, and he's just misfigured and his face is fucked up. But that's not the point right now. The point is that it's amazing how Arrow introduces his characters, especially in this mid-season finale and the previous episode which were leading up to the mid-season finale. I really think that the story surpassed the previous season in a big way, and I really hope that they're going to continue doing so. Anyway, did I mention that Barry Allen made Oliver a handy-dandy mask and ends up being struck by lightning from a cloud of recently accelerated particles? Anyway, that was my mind when I saw this episode, but they really executed it really well, and I hope they're going to continue doing so. But damn guys, this was an amazing episode. It was a really big episode. There were a lot of confrontations, a lot of encounters, a lot of new characters being introduced into the show, and I'm really curious as to see what they're going to do with these characters and how they're going to evolve them into the show, how they're going to renew their character development. Anyway, also like Team Arrow, Diggle and Felicity's feelings towards Oliver. I'm really curious to see how they're going to do that. Well, anyway, this mid-season finale gave a lot of potential storylines to Arrow, and I think from now on they're going to really dig into these storylines and try to make us something that we can enjoy to the max. And if they don't, I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you, rip your eyes off, put them on my eyes, and look in the mirror and talk to myself. Anyway, I hope they're going to do great in the show. I'm really curious to see what the rest of the season will bring. I hope you enjoyed 3 Ghosts as well. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out right now. It's an amazing episode. And with that note, I will end with 3 Ghosts was a mix of fan service moment. You could just see that. It's just the introduction of the Flash, the introduction of the Flash, and the reintroduction of Slade Wilson as someone who's going to kick ass. And it just seems to be interesting in developing progressively deeper narrative and mythology. They're really trying to dig deep into this universe, and that gives us all something to look forward to. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did indeed. And I hope you will watch the new episode of Arrow. It will air on 15 January in America, which I will not be able to watch it till the next day. So that's not good, but we have to do with what we have to go with what. Yeah. Anyway, have a nice day. Enjoy your week. And I'll catch you on the flip side.